Hello there, welcome back to my Sims 2 Uberhood. My name is Brianna Peppers, and today we are playing with another Grunt family. This is going to be starring Tank Grunt and his son Riley. Riley is the son of Tank and Sandy Broody, who Sandy now lives downtown. She moved out, they're not together anymore. They were never married, Tank and Sandy, but they were in what Tank assumed was a committed relationship when they had their son, and Sandy was not under the same impression. She was carrying on dalliances because, she is a romance sim, and when Tank found out, he was, of course, very irate and kicked her out. So that is the story of how Tank Grunt became a single father, and we're excited to see how things go with him and his son. Last episode, we were hanging out with General Buzz Grunt and his new wife, Sandy. I think it's really funny that General Buzz married a woman named Sandy, and Tank also had a relationship with a woman named Sandy, but it's not the same Sandy, I assure you. That's a little too weird, but wouldn't it be interesting if it was? But it's not. So he lives right next door to his father. This is actually like a new construction. It's not one of the original Strangetown houses. Otherwise, I haven't really added anything new to Strangetown. We just have like a restaurant and some apartments, but that's basically it. So yeah, we're gonna go over here and see what's going on with Tank and Riley. Alright, so I've just loaded into Tank and Riley's house, and I see here that Tank just went to work, and there's a nanny here to watch Riley, but this is what I'm looking at right now. I have no clue what's happening. I know that usually the T-posing, and like, this would be pink, like that's usually a sign of like texture memory issues, but what does it mean when it's blue? Because in my experience, blue typically means that there's like a missing mesh. I do have like a default replacement of the nanny outfit, but if it was an outfit problem, I assumed that she would just be like naked, or it would be white with like the text all over it. But like, what is this? What is this? This is the second time I've loaded into this house just to see if it'll like reset, and it's not working. I'm gonna type in bullprop testing cheats enabled and see if I can reset her. Oh, it worked. Oh, the arms are still there. Okay, the arms are gone. Okay. Nightmare avoided. Except, maybe not, because, if you reset a nanny, I think that he might get taken away by the social worker. Let's see if she stays. Okay, she's staying. It looks like she's staying. Alright, that was not how I was expecting to start this episode. Anyway, this is Tank and Riley's house, so you probably saw this on the introductions video, but if not, here it is in all its glory. It's very small, it's like a starter home. They do have a garage. I think that Tank has a car, but he drove to work, so he's currently gone at the moment. And then he has one of these, what did we say this was called last episode? The Exerto Self-Flog Obstacle Course. Tank is in the military career just like his father. He is a commander. He's already level 8 in his career, which is really good considering he's not even necessarily halfway through his adult life stage. I'm assuming that he'll probably become the general, which is the level 10, that's the highest he can go, and then I'm assuming at that point is when I will have General Buzz retire. So that's something to look forward to. Tank is just basically walking in his father's footsteps. And this is the house. So it is very barren and not well furnished, and that's mostly because, Tank, single father, he's, adding to his household funds now, but for a while there, after he bought the house, he didn't have a lot of money to spend. And I'm sure that he's just like General Buzz in the terms that simple is better, in his opinion. So yeah, not a lot going on here. I originally had the idea when Sandy Broody was living here to just have them like spruce it up here and there, like have a woman's touch, if you will. But yeah, Sandy didn't live here very long. This is little Riley in his disgusting little high chair. Hopefully the nanny will clean that up. So Riley Grunt, yeah, he is 2 days from becoming a child. So I actually think that we're going to be having a birthday, right? Because yeah, so Saturday at wait, let me think about this. So Friday at 6 p.m. it will be 1. Okay, yeah, so Saturday at 6 p.m. he's gonna age up to a child. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. We're gonna have a birthday this round. Sorry, I'm not good with math. I have to think about it. Riley is a Sagittarius, so he is going to be, I think, a knowledge sim, possibly. I'm gonna have to look at that. But that'll be a while from now, of course. That's not until he's a teenager. He is pretty neat, on the shy side, extremely active and playful, but he is a little bit more on the grouchy side. In fact, he's even grouchier than his father, which is funny. So he'll be a fun sim to play with as he gets older. He doesn't have a bio or anything. Shockingly enough, even though he's just a toddler, we already know that his one true hobby is going to be sports. So I think actually just like his grandfather. His most recent memories are of Sandy and Tank breaking up, so I did say that Tank and Sandy were not married, and they weren't, but I used the memory manipulator mod to add this memory because I kind of liked the idea of like Riley knowing that when he was a baby his parents broke up, you know, so I just kind of wanted something in his memories to reflect that. Otherwise, he's learned all his toddler skills from Sandy. She was a stay-at-home mom before she got kicked out. Whenever we go to play downtown, we're gonna have to see if Sandy is ever gonna have Riley come over. Maybe they'll have like not necessarily joint custody, but possibly Riley will be like visiting on the weekends since he'll be a kid, and Sandy's gonna have to get a job if she doesn't have one already. He also has memories of his Uncle Buck and cousin Violet growing up, even though, of course, this is just the way that the Sims 2 memories work, but he doesn't know his cousins from RIP, you know, Violet and Rowan. He's never met them because Tank has never met them, if I'm not mistaken. I discussed this in the last episode when we were playing with General Buzz, but Rip has kind of been alienated from his family by choice, of course. He doesn't really want anything to do, Rip that is, doesn't really want anything to do with his father or his brother Tank, but he is still very close with Buck, so hopefully Buck will find a way to bring the family together. In the meantime, it's Friday at 9 a.m., and Tank is not going to be home until 3, so we're going to kind of just like be hanging out with the nanny and Riley for a little while. I don't think anything is going to happen, so we'll just wait until Tank gets home. Alright, Tank has just gotten home from work, and he did not get a promotion because he still needs some skill points. Yeah, he needs to max out his body skill. Otherwise, he actually has a really decent amount of family friends, so that's good. We don't have any bills, and I was also mistaken. Tank does not have a car yet. I realized now I must have been saving his money so that he could buy a car later. Look at him in all his little glory. He's a commander. He actually looks exactly like General Buzz. It's really funny. But, you know, again, he really looks up to his father. I know that a lot of people play Tank as, like, the misunderstood kid who, you know, he has some lore from the console games, if I'm not mistaken, where he's, like, secretly wants to be a ballerina or something like that. And I really like that idea for Tank, but in my game, he kind of, like, yes, as a child, he probably did have other dreams, but as he got older, he really just respects and admires his father. Now, should he? Probably not, but that is the story. And the only difference between him and General Buzz at this point in time is the fact that with his son Riley, Tank, I think, really wants to be a little bit more, how shall I say, compassionate, possibly. I know that General Buzz did not encourage Tank or Rip or Buck to have any, like, creative outlets, and I think that Tank is going to be a little bit more understanding with his son. Hopefully, like, if anything ever happens when Riley gets older, if he decides maybe, like, that he doesn't want to be in the military career, for example, hopefully Tank will be understanding of that. We're saying goodbye to the nanny, and we're just gonna kind of... Oh, and she's being mean to us. Okay, that's nice, Kendall. I like how she waited until after I paid her to be a brat, but, you know, thank you so much. Get out of here. Riley is waking up from a nap, and he needs a bath and also to use the potty, so I'm going to have him use the potty himself. Tank is going to change into his everyday wear so that he doesn't, you know, wrinkle his nice military suit. I don't know what these are actually called. I'm sorry. I don't come from a family with a military background, so I don't really know a lot about it. But I just kind of like fake it till I make it, you know? Something that I think I could be interested in playing around with Tank is seeing if he can find, you know, someone to love. He doesn't necessarily have any desire to, but I think that in Tank's mind, he might like the idea of not just finding someone to love, of course, but, you know, having like a full family unit. He grew up for a large chunk of his childhood without a mother, and I know that that probably affected him in some ways. I'm sure that Tank missed his mother a lot and probably, I assume, maybe had a good relationship with her before she disappeared, which is really sad. And I know that Tank really hated the fact that he had to break up with Sandy, but he just did not respect her anymore. He did not love her anymore. She really broke his trust by cheating on him, and I don't think that he was willing to bear through that just for the sake of Riley. Maybe Tank even feels like a little guilty about that, about, you know, the fact that he split Riley up from his mother. Sandy, however, you know, she didn't have a stable income, and she's also, like, pretty irresponsible. So that's why I also felt more comfortable leaving Riley in Tank's care. Anyway, enough talking about all of that depressing stuff. So some people that he has chemistry with, of course, it makes me laugh every time. Lilith Summerdream. She is taken. She's married and has children with Puck Summerdream. But she originally, I planned for her to either have a romance with Tank or Rip. Of course, you may have heard me mention in the last episode that she actually got romantically involved with General Buzz for a while. I see here that his relationship with Sandy has gotten much better. He's not like furious at her anymore, and they still have their BFF status, but they're not friends. And I kind of planned for them to keep it down to like no communication, so eventually it'll most likely go back down to 0. Next, he has attraction to his stepmother, Sandy Grunt. It's so weird. And Miranda Monty, who is married to Benedict Monty. Finally, we have Tori MacArthur, who he's in love with her. I mentioned in the last episode that, you know, Tori kind of was torn up. That's funny. Tori was torn up. That he decided to get with Sandy rather than her, even though they had been going on some dates and they were really getting along. You know, he lived with Sandy. She was his roommate, and, you know, then they conceived Riley, so things just led to that. He's also attracted to Lola. Funnily enough, he is actually best friends with Lola Spector. I think it's really ironic considering his father has such a distaste for aliens, and I don't even really remember how Tank and Lola met, but they're best friends. Next is his future sister-in-law. He has one bolt of chemistry with Bottom Summerdream. I really do not see them together though, but they are best friends. And yeah, we don't really have any good choices if I'm being honest. The rest of these are just townies that I don't really... Oh, and Lucy Goth. I didn't recognize Lucy. Lots of married women and people that I'm not interested in him spending any time with. So if Tank doesn't find anyone this episode, I won't be upset. Like I was saying, I think that it's really empowering of Tank to try to be a single father. He can do it. I think he can do it. Oh, who's out there? Oh, General Buzz is here. And he's coming to visit? Question mark. He just walked to our back door and he's just standing there. And now he's stuck in the door. Okay, well, might as well say hello. I guess General Buzz just came to see how things are going. Oh dear. Some of the ones that Tank has right now, he wants to gain a skill point, which I'm going to lock in because we know that he needs body skill. Riley is done with his lunch, or dinner, I guess. We're going to get him out. Yay, it's only one day until Riley's birthday. I'm so excited to see him as a kid and get him into school and, like, you know, playing with the other kids. Kind of getting to know people. What are you doing? I was going to have him interact with his grandfather. In the last episode when we played General Buzz, Tank and Riley actually visited Buzz, so we saw them a little bit already. But yeah, since they're neighbors, I think it's really convenient for Buzz and Tank to kind of like see each other often. Oh no! Goopy Gills Carvo was calling to speak with Sandy. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Like if I had somebody living in a household long after they've moved out, they get phone calls and then they're like, oh, so-and-so isn't home. I'll call back later. But we're like, Sandy doesn't live here and she never will again. I don't know why that happens. Oh, of course, Tank is choosing to wash the dishes in the bathroom sink because it's closer. It's not The Sims if they're not washing dishes in the bathroom sink, okay? So we're dancing to some music. This is absolutely adorable. I would not have pegged General Buzz for a dancer, but he's really getting down. And Riley's just like copying his grandpa. He's gonna kick him in the face. Just imagine, he's banging his head into the table. I'm so amused. That's really funny to me. Okay, so while General Buzz is hanging out with Riley, I think now would be a good time. Of course, he just took a shower, so it's a little redundant, but now would be a good time for Tank to work out to try to get some body skill. He also wants to jump rope, so I'm thinking 2 birds, 1 stone, and we're just going to have him try to build up some body skill by jumping rope. Look at him go. This is on hard mode, so if they have high body skill, they can do this. Tank also wants to have a party. I'm actually going to lock that in instead because on Saturday he can throw a birthday party for Riley and then we'll have a bunch of people come over. I would love to have, you know, Rip come and bring Riley's cousins, but again, I don't think that Rip would show up. Even though I'm sure Rip doesn't have anything against his nephew, but he just doesn't know him, and I think that Rip would rather not deal with his family, to be honest. Pretty sad. Look at y'all, just having a great time. It's more difficult to gain skill points. I've noticed the higher they are, like once they get closer to maximizing it, it takes them longer, which is understandable because, you know, it's probably more difficult at that level. But yeah, it'll probably be a while before Tank is actually able to max out his body skill. And I'm okay with that because, like I was saying, he's already so high in the military career. I think that it'd be good for him to maybe slow down. I wouldn't want him to reach the top of the career before he's much older. His lifetime want is to become a general, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned that. So, like, this is kind of just what he's working towards. It originally started as Buzz pushing him towards it, but I do think that Tank is happy where he is right now. At least career-wise. Alright, we're going to have you put him down, please. It's getting later. Riley's going to use the potty. I love having potty-trained toddlers. And then we're going to put him to bed. Tank actually has an ant farm, by the way. That's what Buzz is checking out in here. His favorite hobby, or not favorite, I should say, but his one true hobby. Oh gosh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I think, okay, I thought he killed them, but I think he just messed up there. That's so sad. Anyway, yeah, science. Science is his hobby. Anyway. We're really close to getting that skill point, but now that it's about time to put Riley to bed, I think that we're gonna maybe have dinner with Buzz. Yeah, not toaster pastries. Let's make some spaghetti. Other than his mechanical charisma and body skill, Tank doesn't really have any other skills. He's not much of a cooker. He's not very creative. But he's gonna have to work on his cooking skills so that he can feed Riley as he gets older and needs people food. I decided to buy Riley a toddler bed instead of a crib, even though of course he's only a toddler for one more night, but that way he can put himself to sleep. And plus I just really like the toddler beds. I think they're so cute. This is I think a 4:2 conversion, so let me see. Yeah, it's from the set Over the Rainbow. This was converted by Nonsensical Pixels. Yeah, it's a really cute set. It comes with a lot of different stuff. If I'm not mistaken though, I think that this pet bed, I think this toddler bed is cloned from a pet bed, and I recently learned from somebody in the Sims 2 Facebook group that when they're cloned from pet beds, that I think it's the beacons or something like that, if it's not edited, then it takes a really long time for their energy to go up because the game basically treats it like they're sleeping in a pet bed. So if he doesn't wake up, you know, within a reasonable amount of time, then I'll just force him to. Oh, the guys are having dinner and they're talking about woohooing. That's always a fun conversation to have between father and son. So I was just looking at Tank's other relationship, just to see like where he was with other people that he is friends with, and I noticed that he actually doesn't have a super high relationship with Riley. They are best friends, just because, you know, they do spend a lot of time together, but usually by the time my children are about to age up to child, they've spent so much time with their parents that they're 100 over 100, but it looks like they've not really spent that much time together, probably because when Riley was a baby, he spent so much time with Sandy. So his relationship with his mother is, yeah, much higher. Riley's relationship with his mother will probably deteriorate just because they're not living together, but yeah, they're probably gonna still see each other. Alright, we are going to say goodbye to Buzz, put away our leftovers, and we're gonna send Tank to bed, and that'll be the end of our first day in this household. It is almost 4 a.m. and Riley just woke up, and he really needs to use the potty, so he went straight for it. And he's also pretty hungry, so it wouldn't surprise me if, like, you know, a 4-year-old woke up in the middle of the night and goes into his dad's room and says, "Dad, I'm hungry." Tank's energy is mostly full, so he's just gonna go ahead and wake up now. He does not have to work today because it's a Saturday, so that's even better because now he can spend the day throwing Riley a birthday party. Some people that I think that he would definitely invite are, of course, General Buzz, and he'll probably also invite his stepmother, Sandy. I'm kind of ignoring Tori for now. I know that technically he's still in love with her, but the way I see it, like, they haven't interacted in so long that they're probably mostly fizzled out. That's kind of like an old flame. Eventually I'll get her over on a community lot, or maybe even over here, and I'll just kind of use the, like, Just Be Friends mod to finish that up. General Buzz, or I keep calling Tank General Buzz. Tank is kind of hungry, but he's just gonna have some juice. Anyway, so he'll also maybe invite over some people that have kids. Like, he's really close with Lola, so maybe Lola will bring over her twins, Percy and Raven. That would be nice. He's also friends with this, or has a crush on this townie, Carmen Weberg. Who are you? Mercutio, Monty, and Buck. Yeah, those are some good people to invite, I think. Some other things that Riley wants is to reach creativity level 5, because he's really been playing out with that xylophone quite a bit. And he wants to be talked to and tickled, so we're going to have Tank pay him some attention. We're going to talk and tickle him. It's also kind of bothering me how dark this corner is, so I think I'm going to put some kind of light. I don't think I placed these lights. I think that this came with the house. This house, I should have mentioned at the beginning, but I did not build it. This is from the Honeywell Bespoke Build Pack, I believe. They did like so many houses. It's like a huge pack of houses that are like beginner homes that I really like. My favorite thing about this house was kind of like how it resembles a trailer. Like, not necessarily a mobile home, but you know, there are trailers that I think are more referred to like as double wides. That's what we called them where I'm from. Okay. Also, this is not the hair that Riley originally had. I don't think that he's gonna have curly hair, but like I'm kind of just leaving it for now. I got new default replacements, so that's what he's working with. He wants to be read to. I don't think they even have a bookshelf. They don't. They don't have a bookshelf. I'm gonna get them a bookshelf just because that is something that we're gonna want to have later. There's not much going on in this room. I'm kind of using it as like a study. Depending on how much I can fit in this little room, this is not much bigger, but I might switch these two out and make this room the study and make this room Riley's childhood bedroom. But for now, they need a bookshelf, so we're just going to get a very simple one like that. And we will read to Riley. This is an interaction that I don't utilize often, but the Sims usually will kind of do this autonomously if you let them. I think it's so cute. It brings up the toddler's fun, if I'm not mistaken, because, you know, they're being read a book. Yeah, very slowly, but it's working. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of spend the morning like this, just chilling out, and once it gets a little bit later in the afternoon, we're going to go ahead and get ready to throw that birthday party. So I was letting Riley go down for a nap, and I'm having Tank run on the obstacle course to build up his body skill. And this is in normal speed. Look how freaking fast he is. It's actually really impressive. I know. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that their success with this depends on how high their body skill is. So look at him go. My gosh, that one is tricky, isn't it? His athletic wear is also really funny. It's just like a t-shirt and sweatpants that don't match. I downloaded a bunch of like clothing, I guess, that's categorized as athletic wear, and they're separates, but I don't have the separates for all mod. Ugh, the only annoying thing about this obstacle course is you may have noticed when he's like over the top, the skill stops loading for just a second until he starts again. I get it, and also it's annoying at the same time. Yay, we got our other body skill points, and now he just needs one more. He now has the want to maximize body skill, which he will eventually. Oh, and Sandy Broody just paid child support for Riley, so that's nice. Thank you so much, Sandy. See, she's not a totally deadbeat mom. She just, you know, chose to leave her child in the care of his, I don't know, his father. Okay, so Tank has been out here for quite a few hours now. He's almost a little bit less than halfway up to his next skill point, so that's good. But he absolutely reeks, and it's noon, so I would like him to go ahead and start getting ready for the party. I have like the birthday party mod. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's where your sim will not age up at 6 p.m. as long as there's a birthday party happening. It like waits for you to blow out the birthday candles, and that way you don't have a disaster party just because you forgot to blow out the candles before 6 p.m. It's really great. The phone is ringing. I don't know why he chose to take a bath after working it like that. I would definitely prefer a shower, personally, but that's just me. He's gonna come answer the phone. Who is it? It's Tori. Oh, interesting. It's funny because I just said how I was like ignoring her existence. She did show up at General Buzz's house last video, where she stole his gnome. She wants to go on a date. Okay, this changes things. I so strongly want to say yes, but the birthday party has priority, so we're gonna stay here. But I don't know, maybe we'll invite her to the birthday party. Suddenly I'm like changing my mind here. So Riley is still asleep, but he'll be waking up soon. I think I'm gonna throw the party. I'm gonna start at like 3 p.m. So in the meantime, we'll just work on some needs. Wow, I'm kind of shook about this. Yeah, maybe things with Tori, I thought they were fizzling out, but she still really strongly has feelings for him, is what I'm understanding now. I thought that she was pissed at him, but I guess you can't help who you love. Perhaps Tori got word that Tank and Sandy are no longer together, so this is kind of her version of shooting her shot. Alright, we're gonna throw birthday party now. I want to throw it earlier so that it's over a little earlier. And I guess we're inviting Tori. Next, of course, will be Buzz. I'm going to invite Lola separately so that I can get her to bring her kids. I don't see why Bottom Summer Dream. I understand that they're best friends. I really don't know why. I don't know if they met during... Well, no, because Tank didn't go to college. Yeah, I don't know how they know each other. Sometimes my Sims just make friends with people that are the most unlikely pairings I ever would have thought of, but, we'll invite over Mercutio and Buck, and I guess we'll invite Sandy. I mean, it is her child's birthday, and Sandy Grunt would be good. And yeah, I'll just teleport Lola and her children. Yay, so party's happening. Oh no, somebody said no. I wonder who said no. Could be that someone was at work or something. I'm gonna have him clean all this up. Riley's doing fine. I'll just put him in his everyday in a few minutes. Once that's up, I'm going to buy a birthday cake. And I like to use this one. And we'll just put like a chair against the wall or something so that they can use that. And maybe some balloons. I never use these balloons. Why not? Why not? Let's say that we go all out and just buy a bunch of random things for the birthday party. I also will be hiding his refrigerator because I don't like it when the guests dig around in there. Oh no, the toilet is clogged. Can you unclog it before your guests start flushing it all over the place? Okay, so who showed up? We've got Mercutio, Sandy, General Buzz, and it looks like Buck. And that's it. Wow, okay. So Tori didn't come. Interesting. I'll try to invite her separately, I guess? Not sure. Okay, but the party's in full swing now, so I was kind of hoping... There you go, he finished with that. Turn on the radio. I was gonna have... I guess I wasn't prepared for the party. I should have gotten prepared first. I was gonna get express delivery for some pizza. I like to get pizza for birthday parties. That's what we always ate at my birthday parties. That and like finger sandwiches. So yes, we want pizza. It has been teleported beside us. He's probably gonna put it on this desk, yeah, but we're gonna move it to the kitchen. There you go. And now we need to start interacting with our guests a little bit. I'm gonna get Riley in his everyday clothes because I think that he would get dressed for his birthday party. And put him in his chair. He needs to eat something. I'm gonna quickly buy a sim blender because I don't think we have one here. I'm gonna use this to teleport Lola and her children. Okay, so they're all here. Yeah, none of the other ones have children to bring, so. Alright, so now we need to start interacting with our guests a little bit, so we're just gonna hug people. Oh, not that. Inside joke. Bust a move, why not? It's now 6 p.m. We still have 3 minutes of the party, though. I hate when they do this, the dance together interaction with the children, because they literally will do it for hours. Absolute hours if you let them. Oh my gosh, the phone is ringing. I never did call Tori. Why is this, like, out of control? Too much is happening for my little brain. Okay. Sandy, be able to talk. No! Of course, she's here on the lot, but she does not live here. We're going to let Riley out. I'm gonna see if Tori MacArthur will come over now. So she said, sounds great, I'll be there in a few. Okay. Riley went to go play with his toys, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring him to the cake now. I don't want to wait too much longer, just in case something else happens and the party winds up ending. Alright guys, turn off the TV please. Okay, they just left it running. Cool. Thanks so much. We'll just have some nice TV sounds. Oh, there's Tori. She really needs a makeover, by the way. She still has her Maxis Match hair. I'm using a clay hair system now, and her clothes are not doing it for me either. But we'll worry about that in a minute. Yay! It's time to age up. Alright, so the party did just go to a disaster, because if you haven't blown out the birthday candles within the last minute, it will do that. But I assume as soon as he ages up, I could probably get it to save and go up at least to a good time. Oh wow! He's got like pretty much like the same hair texture. Look how cute he is. He needs some new eyebrows, but I like his little dinosaur shirt. His outfit's kind of cute actually. I'll let him keep this. I think that someone else might be wearing the same outfit, but I'm not worried about it. He is so cute. Alright. I also noticed Sandy here has a new hairstyle. I hate it. I do not like it for her. I don't think this is doing Sandy any favors, but look at how they're standing together watching their son grow up. Actually, that's really heartwarming. They may not be together, they might not even like each other anymore, but they're, you know, being cordial for their son's sake, so that's really nice. Alright, let's see if I can get it to no longer be a disaster. We only have 40 seconds left of the party. Lord, I'm gonna be really upset if he has a disaster birthday party. I would like him to meet the children, so like, can you... Okay, good. It went up to a good time. He's gonna talk to Percy. Percy and Raven are a bit older. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be teenagers soon, but they're still kids, so thought it would be nice to have them here. Once Tank finishes his... There we go. He finishes his pizza. I was going to have him... we're not really even going to talk to Sandy, to be honest. We are going, however, to talk to Tori. Okay, you guys are done. I would like him to meet Raven. No, hurry, you only have 5 seconds left. Hurry. Okay, they're idiots, so it didn't work. Alright, so everyone's going to be prompted to leave. However, I am going to make Tori selectable, and I want her to stay. Tori is going to stay. Oh god, everybody reset. Cool. Everybody got reset. We're going to put the fridge back. I am going to quickly delete all of the toddler thingies that we no longer need, because I don't expect that Tank is going to have another child anytime soon. If he did, I wouldn't even know who it's from. And I'm just going to give him a little makeover with his room. He needs some blinds. Or should I put him in this room? I actually think that I am going to do what I was saying earlier. I'm going to turn this tiny room into the study. Alright, I just finished decorating Riley's new bedroom, so actually I think I decided that was a good choice because there's definitely more room in here than I thought. There's not a lot going on in here. He put up a couple little pictures. I like to think that this is a postcard that like his mom might have sent him or something. I thought that was a cute touch. Not much going on in here. I just put, you know, some basic necessities and like a little book bag for some realism. So, you know, he's gonna be super happy in there. I like to think that Tank went out and just bought this whole matching collection from like an IKEA or something because he didn't know how else to decorate, so he just like saw a collection and was like, yeah, I'll just take the whole thing. And it really didn't set them back too much because a lot of that stuff was pretty affordable. Riley needs to go take care of some things, and you know, Lila's collecting her children. Tank is gonna say goodbye to everyone that... Oh my god, he just kissed Sandy goodbye. Yeah, that's a no. Tori is gonna stay. We're gonna give her a little makeover. Alright, so she looks vastly different now, but this is the new and improved Tori MacArthur. I think that I went a little crazy with the makeup. She's definitely giving like Instagram baddie now, but I kind of love it too. And this is her outfit, so I thought it was very like summer coated, like early autumn, which is exactly the season that we're about to go into. So yeah, I actually really love this for her. Tank is going to bed. No! I wanted him to interact with her a little bit. Oh, let's see. Wake up. And whenever Riley's done with his bath or shower, he will go to sleep as well. Alright, so it's almost 10 p.m. and I see here that Tank is very tired, but he does have some wants. Oh, so more wants than one, I suppose. He and Tori are on their way to do a little risky woohoo. That's, I'm just tickled pink. I was just gonna have him tickle her or appreciate her or whatever, and here we go. You guys have so much fun, and good timing too, because Riley just went to bed. Hopefully he will not be disturbed. So since Tori is a townie, I technically, like, there isn't a possibility she could get pregnant since she's not playable. Even if I made her selectable, she's not playable, so she wouldn't get pregnant. Okay, so they just had a great time, I'm sure anyway. So what I do to determine if Tori just got pregnant, since I have a 20% chance of pregnancy, oh, and she's gone. I roll a number between 1 and 100, and if I get a 1 through 20, then she got pregnant. And I just rolled, but I got a 48, so Tori did not get pregnant. Tank will not be having another child, at least not right now. And this is basically the end of our rotation with these guys. It's already Sunday at 6 a.m. It ticked over to autumn, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have 1 day left in summer. This keeps happening. I've just lost track of like what day, what season they're supposed to be in. I'm sure a lot of people are not on the same day of the week either, but I'll figure it out eventually. There's always some kinks to be ironed out. So yeah, good morning. It's 6 a.m. They're waking up. Riley is just, I thought he was naked for a second. These are his pajamas. They're just flesh colored. Enjoy. So yeah, Riley is going to be such a fun sim to play with. I'm interested to see where he goes in life. I wonder if he's going to desire to upkeep his relationship with his mother as he gets older. Of course, right now we are going to be doing like not necessarily a joint custody, but you know, he's gonna go visit Sandy, especially now that she can invite him over without me having to teleport him. It's gonna be nice. Hopefully they can stay in touch. I just don't know what Sandy's ideas are. Like, does she want to be a super active mother? Is she kind of just gonna take a backseat and let Tank just, you know, make all of the parental decisions? That is gonna have to be determined later. Tank over here didn't roll any new wants, unfortunately for me. Oh yeah, thank you for cleaning that up, Tank. He still wants to appreciate Tori and have another party, gain a cleaning skill point, so some pretty standard stuff here. I don't know if I foresee Tank ever getting married. I think that he really, like, I wouldn't say he really wants to, because he's not necessarily a family sim. That's kind of not really his vibe. However, like I was saying before, I believe, Riley, you know, needs, like, I don't know, a mother figure in the house, and I think that Tank would want that for him too. Also, I don't want to assume that Tank is already done having children. He's only 22 days from becoming an elder. He's still quite young, so you just never know what's in the cards for these Sims. You don't know what they are gonna do next. For all I know, he's gonna do an autonomous proposal to Tori, and then next thing you know, we have triplets. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So I'm going to have him clean up from the party, and that is essentially it, guys. That feels like it was really quick. I don't know how long, how long the video will wind up being, but I really didn't spend a lot of time in this household. Things happened pretty quickly. It was the weekend, so Tank didn't really spend a lot of time at work, so he didn't make a lot of money, but that's okay. They have a whole week ahead of them whenever we come back and play our 5-day rotation. So like I was saying before, Tank is 22 days away from becoming an elder, and Riley is 7 days from becoming a teenager. I'm just excited to see where they go, what happens with this family. This was kind of almost in a way like a setup, so it's great. So on that note, we are gonna skedaddle. We're gonna say goodbye to this Grunt family, and the next episode we will be playing the final family in Strange Town, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually Tank's brother Buck and his fiancée Jill. Hopefully we're gonna be having a wedding and a baby, which is gonna, you know, happen really quickly, but you know, I'm sure Jill is just rearing to start her family. They're very excited. So I guess I will see you guys in that episode, and until then, take care. Have a great rest of your day, your night, your week. I'll see you next time. Bye!